Welcome back to Southeastern Ohio's Outdoor Show. I'm telling you, folks, the off-air deal is way better than what the public gets. I'm just saying, I've said it for years.
Yeah, today for sure.
Today for sure. Hey, we want to welcome the owner of Longshot Outdoors, Shawn is with us. And the big digging question, I know you're into hunting and trapping, and you've taken out some coyotes and helped the neighborhood, so to speak, or the farmers, so to speak. But how did you get so darn lucky with your father-in-law pick? That's what I want to know.
I don't know how much luck was involved with that, but
well, you did okay on the wife too. So.
Yeah, can't have all.
Yeah, you can't have all. So, anyways, Shawn, I know that you really launched a company this last year, and Don and I really like to talk about the local companies. We've had quite a few on over the years. And Longshot Outdoors, you guys offer a little bit of everything out there. How'd all that start?
Yeah, well, I mean, it started in 2014. Nearly 11 years ago now. It's pretty
just
much
a few weeks ago.
A platform to just post deer and turkey hunts and just share my stuff. And it slowly progressed to the predators and that aspect of things, and just managing coon. And you hear about the turkey population getting lower and the deer and a lot of the farmers and just their predation on their livestock. So once it kind of transformed to that, then it got into the bait making and the trapping and just kind of turned into a whole business.
And we're not going to tell Nicole what you spend on all this at all, so don't worry about that tonight. Haven't spent a dime?
Nope.
Yeah, I understand that one.
But he does make his own strawberry meatballs.
Strawberry dough balls.
Meatballs.
So we got to explain this to you, Shawn. So many years ago, we got this thing in one time, and it said that catfish prefer strawberry dough balls at night. So it's been a long-running joke for 20-some years that 7 out of 10 catfish prefer strawberry dough balls. So I guess the question, I know you make some baits, and I know you do some coon and trapping season's going crazy. If anybody's not seen Shawn's Facebook page, go to Longshot Outdoors and follow it and check things out there. But a lot of cool stuff on there. I know there's going to be people out there that tell you or say, "Oh man, those coyotes are so cute," but they do some damage, don't they, brother?
For sure. Yeah, they can do a lot of damage. I know they're responsible for up to 80% of fawn predation in the first 6 weeks of their life. And actually, in 2019, they did a study where they cost $232 million in livestock damage and killed over 300,000 head of cow across the United States.
That's a lot of ribeye.
Yeah, they can definitely do damage.
That's crazy. And I don't think people realize too that they also enjoy pets. Your pets,
cats, dogs.
Yep. Mittens means nothing to them.
Yes. Yeah, mittens.
Hey, Sparky, you just lost it.
Yeah, we have a chain outside with no pet left. Anyways,
it's just a collar.
Yeah, it's just a collar. But you guys, I know you guys go out and you hunt for these, but this trapping endeavor that you're on, tell folks about some of the products you guys have.
Yeah, so hunting obviously it was my first love, and then I guess getting a coyote to step on a 2-inch pan just is kind of what created the addiction.
In line, right?
From there, we started making coon bait, and we produce coyote bait, coyote carnage, and a lure canine killer. I make wax sand. We sell traps, baits, snares, lures, stakes, drivers, really anything you would need to get started. We sell coon starter kits and coyote starter kits if somebody doesn't know where to start. And if you're close enough, I'd be glad to help you.
Right.
So
I know you get the opportunity to get out in the woods and set these traps, and there's a big time gratification in seeing everything that all the hard work and all the planning and all the little secretive things you guys do. Don and I say the trapping class is one of the best classes we've taken from the ONDR. But it's big time exciting for you, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. And no matter what you hunt or go after, I feel like if you learn trapping, you're better than everything else.
Yeah.
Just because you pay attention to a lot more details.
Exactly.
You
without
really,
doubt.
pinch points and just the sign. You notice stuff that you wouldn't see if you was just out deer turkey hunting.
Right. Right. What are some of the biggest mistakes people make when they start trapping animals?
I think that they just feel like it's going to happen overnight.
Right.
And it takes a patience and a lot of YouTube videos. And really, if somebody could just find somebody to go tag along with and learn, that would help tremendously. But just pretty much have patience and just set on sign and let your traps work. Don't mess with them every day. Just have confidence that your traps are bedded solid, your bait's going to work, and just stay away from them.
Now, I know that there are things as a trapper that is ethical and things that you should pay attention to per the Ohio's rules and just ethics in common. What are some of those things that you would recommend people really kind of focus in on?
Well, definitely follow your state regulations. Everything's different. Ohio's got some that is great, and they got some that I don't agree with. But it is what it is, and you follow that and make sure that you're doing things the right way, as the book says, and work around it the best you can and make it your own.
Gotcha.
I've got a question here that was posed to me. Is there a limit or a season for trapping coyote?
No, coyote is open season. You can
kind of like groundhog.
Yeah, you can get after them all year, and that's pretty much what I do. Now, November 10th, you can attack the other predators and stuff as far as the coon and the nest raiders. But coyotes is full bore all year.
About the only thing that there is a special thing on them with the groundhog and the coyote might be during deer gun season. You have to use what you can use to legally take a deer. Yeah,
and generally around that time, I pull the traps because you got so many feet in the woods, and then you can't hunt them at night. So during around your deer seasons, it slows completely down.
Yeah, it might be just a good time just to take a breather.
Yeah,
sit back and get a little Jack Daniels and smoke a cigar.
It's definitely needed come that point in the season, anyways.
Hey, it's been increasing knowledge that the bobcats are on the rise.
Yes, they are.
And I was watching one of your videos the other day. Yeah, I mean, they're just going to end up in that coyote trap every once in a while.
Yeah.
And they are just a ball of muscle, attitude, and claws. I mean,
and they ain't happy.
They're beyond that. But what's it like when you get one of those? I mean, they can go to your Facebook page and see the videos, but it's not a cool deal.
No, it's an adrenaline rush. They're a little meaner than my wife.
Gotcha. Just a little.
Just a little. But you gotta watch them. They're a delicate critter. Just releasing them. Their veins and everything is on the outsides of their neck, so you can't crimp down on them real hard with a catch pole to release them, or you'll choke them out. So that's something you really got to watch and make sure you don't hurt them, and then just hope they don't hurt you. But I do have release videos on my YouTube and Facebook if anybody wants to see how that works. It's quite the experience to watch, but there's nothing pretty about it, and there's nothing that really is step by step. It's just make it work.
I saw one.
Don't get bit.
Yeah.
I saw one trapped in 1997. I tell everybody, and they did the trash can method deal with the V in the side.
Yeah.
And that still was scary as could be. And then it was like, okay, which one of us are removing the trash can?
Yeah.
so this dude can run away.
He's madder when he comes out than when he went in.
A rope and a pole.
Yeah. So, I've kind of said that we recently got to attend or listen in on some of the stuff the state's thinking about that. The increase is up there. What about the ONDR? I mean, I'm kind of picking on them a little. I think there needs to be some season or something.
Yeah, I think the guys with the feet on the ground would probably agree with this more than the guys sitting in the office in Columbus.
Right.
And that's who you really need to reach. And they need to get the program and see that in the real world it's a problem. When you go out calling coyotes in the night and you call in two coyotes and a bobcat every other stand, it's like, which one should we be killing? So I think getting rid of them would help the turkey population. One bobcat can take out 15 to 30 turkeys in a year by itself.
Wow.
And it's just, 80% of the deer and turkey population are taken out by coyotes. And they don't have an exact number of what it is, which they don't want you to know, but 3/4 of that is your bobcats.
Right.
They're aggressive.
And they seem to burn the calories and have to eat more often and all the above. I mean, it's just, And I noticed too that a bobcat will take an animal, eat a little, move on to the next animal because it's almost got that instinct that it wants that chase, that game, that hunt. As where coyotes will sometimes team up and pick it to the bone, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
But what do you think the state should do about?
I don't think that they should open it up full bore. I mean, right. I'm pretty level-minded with it, but I think that there should be some kind of number that they say, okay, we can take this amount out. For example, Indiana just opened it up from January or November to January, and they're allowing 250, or if it's met before that, they'll close it off.
Now you're talking 250 statewide.
Yeah.
Not per person.
Right. No, that's statewide. Okay. Yeah. So I think
clarify
I think that was a very fair number, and that was only for trapping. That wasn't any hunting. So I think that Ohio could, easily do something like that and not have to worry about any dent in their population.
Either that or have a special license just for that. Like you have to have a fur bearing license.
Yeah, I mean, it should definitely be on the fur bearer.
If you don't want to hunt bobcat, don't hunt bobcat.
Right.
If you want to, you need to buy a special permit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
I almost see a scenario where it could be managed with guys that are just trapping.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe hunting them and shooting them, that's cool. But I think there's a good enough group of ethical trappers out there that want to do it for the sport to say, hey, I helped out this farmer, or Nancy's chickens are not disappearing no more. Let's trap some of these.
Absolutely.
I could see something like that. I think the state always kind of gets combined a little bit or tightened up a little bit when we add the word hunting to it. I don't know why.
Well, and Indiana's, theirs is just trapping too, but you think about how they break the state up for deer season.
Right.
There's certain areas of the state that doesn't have the problem.
Right.
And then them's normally the ones that's crying about on Facebook, well, we don't have that many. Yeah, you don't live where I do.
Right.
So if you break it down to like southeastern part or whichever, wherever they consider their populations to be the highest, they could differ their numbers and they could have a lot of control over it.
Just like turkey hunting.
Well,
the north and the south.
Yes.
I say coyote wasn't an issue with the state of Ohio until about the 80s when they started seeing them in Dublin and Upper Arlington, and Hilliard, and
they can survive anywhere.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's when it became, we better open season on.
Right.
So I'd hate to think we've got to get it to that point where we're going to see bobcats in the suburbs. But they're probably there in some cases.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
What? Also, you're going to be at the show, and I know you're going to be there to talk to people, teach stuff. You got stuff for sale. Your stuff's going to be on the table for sure.
Yeah, I'll have really anything you need for trapping, whether it be the traps, the snares, the baits, anything. Starter kits. I'll have everything you need to get started. Come over and talk to me, and I'll set you up with what you need, and I won't sell you anything that you don't.
Gotcha.
So,
where else can people buy this stuff?
Well, I'm actually in 4 different locations of Vance Outdoors, Danville Outdoors, and Charm Outdoors. My website is www.longshotpredatorsupply.com. You can get everything you need there. If you want to wait and get it at the show to save shipping, that's fine.
Yeah.
Shipping's through the roof, but whatever makes it easier for you.
And it may come when it's supposed to.
Exactly.
So check. I gotta ask this question because I get differing stories. What's your long shot on a coyote? What's your record? You think? I know you guys use thermals.
412 yards is my farthest with the thermal.
Ooh.
That was with Doug. Yeah.
Just a little bit out there.
Yeah, and then, I took the foot off of one at 512, but that was a different story.
Gotcha.
So only got a quarter of a point on that.
Yeah. He didn't get
deducted me points.
Yeah. And he's out running around looking for you right now. So, but anyways, I know you guys have done some night stuff, and that's pretty cool stuff too.
Yeah.
So that takes a whole different attitude about things and kind of some fun. Those thermals are advanced now.
They are. I mean, and I tell you, they're really getting reasonably priced. There's nothing cheap about them, but from what they was, there's a lot of guys getting into it. And I mean, it's an adrenaline rush, and it still is to me. But I think the trapping changed it was more. It drove me to do it more just because it was more of a challenge. You didn't just sit there and push buttons. You had to really work the noses and the brain of them a little more.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, folks, again, I encourage you to get out to the show and see Shawn, get your questions answered. Again, I want people to know your website and stuff. We'll put that on the Facebook for the radio station, and folks can figure out how to get a hold of some of your stuff that way.
Yeah.
But kind of some fun stuff. Come to the show, pick Shawn's brain, and learn a little bit. And trapping it'll make you a better hunter. That's for sure.
Oh, so, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
We've seen some cool stuff. So I know you've done the predators. Have you done any of the cool fair fur stuff that's a higher dollar? I mean, we got to see muskrat that were just gorgeous when they were done. Yeah. Turned into all kind of stuff.
I really haven't. I haven't really dipped into the water trapping. The closest I've got to that is just around water with coon.
Gotcha.
With the fur market being as rough as it is anymore,
it's rough.
It's just not really worth it to pursue it.
I think I saw one of the furriers that had coon in stock, and they had available. I checked this just at the beginning of this radio season, so into September there. I think they had 230-some thousand pelts available.
Wow.
So the price is not going to be great because the availability
is worth a hoot.
No, I think the highest thing you can get now is a skunk. If you get the everything out of them, you might get $75 to $80.
Wow.
They're saying that it was just unreal number this year. I don't know how long that'll last. I'm not really into getting all that
stuff. Shawn, I was telling you about a book, and I'll tell other people about it. I'm reading a book currently by Stephen Ranella, who has the Meteor series on Facebook on Netflix. And he's got a series of books, and right now I'm reading the book about the 1840s, the trappers and mountain men and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I did not realize what crazy numbers those guys made back then. But the weird part is they'd go to rendezvous and blow all their money in 3 days.
Yeah.
What would be equivalent to $15,000 to $30,000 today?
Absolutely.
They would just
anything you turn in today, it might make a bottle of lure or something, but it doesn't pay for nothing.
Yeah. No. And the products to make some of these lures you're making, they're not cheap either.
Not at all. There's not a lot of profit in it. It's strictly because I enjoy doing it.
Gotcha.
Just interact with people that are like-minded, and that's what I enjoy.
Gotcha. Well, tell folks again about your website where they can go get stuff. They also obviously can come to the show, buy some stuff and save firsthand or ask questions. If they want to get started in trapping, it's probably a good place to start.
I would think.
Yeah, so check out longshotpredatorsupply.com, and we'll get you everything you need there. Pretty quick shipping. If you need any questions or anything, reach out to me on Facebook or wherever, and we'll take care of you.
Well, folks, I want you to stay tuned, because when we come back, I'm going to tell you how you can win some tickets to the Whitetails Unlimited Freedom Dinner Banquet. Want to thank Shawn for coming in and talking to us, giving us the ups and downs of what we want to know about trapping. And there's obviously some predators out there that still need to be handled. And
I just want to be with him when he takes that daggone bobcat out.
Yeah, you want to go see
I just want to see that. I want to sit back and just watch.
There you go.
Thanks for having me.
That would be interesting. Hey, appreciate it. Folks, check out Longshot Outdoors and go to their Facebook page and follow some of the stuff Shawn's doing. It's interesting to watch, that's for sure.
All I can say is no snakes, no bats, no spiders.
Yeah, it's not doing none of that. So.
We're not pest control, we're predator.
Well, folks, we're going to take a break and let our sponsors have a chance to holler at you. You're listening to Southeastern Ohio's Outdoor Show.